Good evening. I hope you are able to hear me. Can someone type? Okay. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to this new session this year again. And every time, if you do something same again and again, it becomes monotonous. So we always look for an avenue where we can improvise, we can reach out to more people on the convenient days for majority of the people. So Monday seems to be one of the best days for us. So we now take this opportunity to welcome you again. So Sahaja, most of you must have heard. Some of you who are new, Sahaja means easy or born with. Both are the same meaning because it is quite built in. Everything, all the mechanism has been built in. We don't need to do anything extra. We don't have to go to Himalaya. We don't have to put our head down in the ice. And then we don't need to do anything which is really artificial, to so to say. Everything is very natural. So it's also nature. And Saj Yoga was actually founded by Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. I'm just showing you a clip of that. And she would introduce this session. Basically, I introduce a few words, and then we will hear from her because nobody better than her to explain Saj Yoga because she created or discovered the whole subject. And today basically what we are going to do is to have the experience. Those who are the first time, you are please requested to just follow the instructions that she'll be giving. After that we will make a short pause, and then we will interact a little bit on the along with the guidance, how we follow day to day routine, because what you get here is the first time. And then you can practice this every day at home, 10 minutes morning and 10 minutes in the evening. We do something called subtle system cleaning via water element and salt. So that is called a foot bath or foot soaking. So through that, we can get rid of our negative energy that we might be absorbing the whole day. Knowingly or unknowingly, everybody stacks up this energy. That's why we sometimes get tensed up because of the atmosphere. Mainly, all these things can be released. And nowadays, with this pandemic, it's a different situation. Everybody is going through hardships. We know that. And that is why Sahaja Yoga helps even more, much more relevant today than any other times. So maybe it was all already foreseen or forethought by Sri Mataji, whom you see. We call her our guru, our guide, and also the leading light, because Kundalini is nothing but the energy which is in the sacrum bone. I'll put the chakra chart to explain. So in everybody, there is a subtle system. Everybody has it. There is nobody who doesn't have it. Everybody has this subtle system. So in this subtle system, what happens? We have got seven energy centers in the middle. Right from innocence, every energy center denotes a quality. When there is less supply in one of these, qualities, or one of these quality is weak in anybody, that particular chakra will have less energy. So we will see how to improvise that. The first chakra, or the first energy center, stands for innocence. The next one for creativity, and you see the third one, that is the green color one, is for inner peace. Fourth one is the security, and that is the chakra where we will do an exercise after Srimadaji's self realization program. After that, we will do 5 minutes or 7 minutes. We can say we can do a small exercise to strengthen this. We call this the central part of the heart, or between the lung and the heart, central sternum bone, which is responsible for generating the antibodies, and which is responsible for driving out our fears and driving out, unwanted elements which are weakening our system. And then we have got fifth energy center for communication, sixth for our so-called peace comes with forgiveness. And then we have seventh integration of all these seven energy centers. Okay. Namaste, Bharat. So there are so many things which we can do with Sahaja Yoga. It's countless. It is applicable for every age, any walk of life. Even scientists, doctors, everybody can do, because this Sahaja Yoga, it gives us that power to tap the invisible, all pervading energy of the nature. Okay. Which is pumping our heart, which is giving us a breathing, which is giving us the feeling of oneness with the nature, the feeling of oneness with our own spirit. But in the beginning, we have got the mechanism inside, but somebody is needed to switch on. It's like we have the wiring in the whole house. There is also a bulb, which is very powerful. Electricity is also very strong, nice, stable electricity is there. But unless and until it is not switched on, we are not going to see that electricity manifesting. So exactly that is how the whole thing works inside yoga. Sri Mataji, in the year 1970, on 5th May, she found, or she discovered, that particular process through which this electricity, inner electricity in us, has been activated or switched on, not only individually, but collectively. Shimadaji always says, what is the use of one person getting this and enjoying it alone? It's no use for the society, no use for the mankind, not even a use for your own family members, unless and until they feel what it is. So that is why we are here today, to share this experience of self realization. And Shimadaji's videos have been already doing wonders. And we also can give you, but as an explanation, she'll be doing it. And then after that, we will do a small exercise for strengthening our immune system, or that is a sternum, or that is the fourth center, which is on your right side of the screen. You can see as security. Okay. So thank you, namaste, and then I'll just shortly go off this, then we'll play a video. Just watch it. In case if you have any difficulty, picture is not coming or sound is not coming, you can refresh your browser, then it will bring it back. Okay. And mostly it should not happen. And in by all means, I would say, as a little bit as a technical part, we have Richard who is helping us. And apart from that, this you can also type it in the chat line if you need something, some information which you are not getting it, or if you want it, you can always type it in the chat line. So now we will go to the introduction.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. You have to know that truth is what it is. We cannot conceptualize it with our human awareness. We cannot order it. We cannot manipulate it. We cannot organize it. It is what it is, has been and will be. And what is the truth? Truth is that we are surrounded, or we are penetrated, or we are nourished, looked after and loved by a very subtle energy, which is the energy of divine love. The second truth is that we are not this body, this mind, these conditionings, this ego, but we are the spirit. You don't have to accept what I am saying blindly, because blind faith leads to fanaticism. But as scientists, you must keep your mind open and see for yourself what I am saying. If it is so, honestly, you must accept it. We know so much through science about our civilization, our advancement. This is the advancement of a tree which has grown outside very much. But if we do not know our roots, we will be destroyed. So it is important to know about our roots. And this is what it is that I would say are our roots. As you can see, there are 7 centers within us. And these subtle centers are placed in the spinal cord and in the brain. These cater to our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. On the physical side, they manifest the energy for the use of our plexuses, which look after our physical problems. That is on the right side. The energy which is supplied by this yellow line, a subtle channel, we call it as the Pingala Nadi. This supplies energy for our physical and mental actions. So this is the power of action within us, which also caters to the right sympathetic nervous system. The another channel you see on the left hand side is the channel by which we desire, put our energy to our desire. So this is the power of desire and looks after our emotions. This is the one which looks after our conditionings also. At the end of these 2 channels, they create 2 institutions. One on the right side crosses over, and the yellow balloon that you see is the ego, is the balloon of ego that we have. And the left hand side one, which conditions our mind, is the balloon of superego. As we start growing in age, by the time we are 12 years of age, these 2 completely meet and the soft bone in our head becomes completely calcified. Now there's third energy within us, which is in the center. And this central energy is the one which has made us human beings. And these centers are the milestones of our evolution. So now the last jumping is left out. It has reached up to the limbic area. Now, only thing is it has to break through the soft bone on the head and break through that, which is the actualization of baptism. Baptism is not an artificial thing. It is an actualization. But the energy that does it is, we call it sleeping energy, in the triangular bone called as sacrum. That means the Greeks knew that this is a sacred bone, that they called it sacrum. This energy has to rise and break through that fontanelle bone area and connect us to that subtle divine power which we have never felt during human awareness. Thus, we get connected to this divine power and we start feeling it on our fingertips. It is described in the Quran that at the time of resurrection, your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. That is, you start feeling your own centers. These are 5, 6 and 7 centers. And they indicate what's wrong with you, within yourself. What's the problem? Also, you can feel the cool breeze coming out of your head. Cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. Because this sleeping power, which is called as the Kundalini, Kundala means coils, is the
So now, Srimad, was explaining about the inner mechanism and what happens when this Kundalini energy is raised, comes out of the frontal area, then fontanelle bone area, and it opens this last energy center. And because of that connection with this all-pervading energy, which comes back into us and gives us the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, or you can say is the cool breeze which is reflecting the all-pervading, natural energy or the divine energy or the cosmic energy, whatever you call it. So now she would actually explain us the method and will lead or guide through us through this process of self-realization. Let's see that.
Now put your hands like this, straight like this, simple hands like this, and close your eyes. And please don't open your eyes till I tell you. Before doing that, I hope you take out your shoes because the Mother Earth helps us a lot. Forget your past. To forgive yourself, you should be pleasantly placed towards yourself. Pleasantly placed towards yourself. And Second one is that you have to forgive everyone. As I told you yesterday, whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. Actually, if you don't forgive, then you play into wrong hands. So just neglect it completely. Don't worry about it. And in general, you should say, I forgive everyone. Just say, in general, I forgive everyone. That's all. Not to count how many people you have to forgive, not to know about everyone, what they have said to you, but just forgive in general. That's all. So the first one is to forget your past. That means not to feel guilty at all. You are not to feel guilty. After all, you are a human being, and human beings can only commit mistakes. You are not gods. So what does it matter? There's nothing to bother you on that point. Should not. So please forgive yourself and forgive others. That's very important. These are the two simple conditions. But mentally, you should accept them. Now, we have to put both our feet little away from each other, because you know there are two powers within us, left and right. And we use our left hand symbolically to suggest that we want our self-realization, and this is the power of desire, not of pure desire, but desire. And we use our right hand, which is the power of action, to nourish our centers. On the left hand side, we'll be nourishing our left hand centers only. Now, please put your left hand towards me. And right hand on your heart. Now, close your eyes. Please don't open them till I tell you. Here you have to ask me a question, a very important question. You can call me Mother or you can call me Shri Mataji, whatever you like. Very important question. Ask a question 3 times in your heart, not loudly, please. Mother, am I the spirit? Mother, am I the spirit? Ask this question 3 times. If you are the spirit, you are your own guide. You are your own master. So now please bring down your hand, right hand, in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side, press it hard. And here ask another question 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Ask this question 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, as I told you, I respect your freedom. And you have a free will. And I cannot force pure knowledge on you. It cannot be. You have to ask for it. So now take your right hand in the lower portion of your abdomen, on the left hand side, and ask me, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. As soon as you ask this question, the Kundalini starts moving upward. So now we have to nourish the upper centers to make her movement faster. So please raise your right hand in the upper portion of your abdomen on the left hand side. Press it hard. And here you say with full confidence. With full confidence you say, Mother, I am my own master. Please say it 10 times. Mother, I am my own master. These things remove your conditionings from wrong teachings. Now you raise your hand to the most important question. That is, you are not your body, you are not your intelligence, you are not your emotions, you are not your conditionings, your ego, your thoughts, but you are pure spirit. So raise your right hand on to your heart and say with full confidence 12 times. Full confidence, please. Mother, I am the spirit. Just say that. Mother, I am the spirit. Please say 12 times. Now, raise your right hand to another very important area within us, where by feeling guilty all the time, we have harmed a very important center. I have to tell you that the divine power is the ocean of knowledge and love. It is the ocean of bliss and joy. But above all, it is the ocean of forgiveness. And whatever mistakes or wrongs you have done are dissolved by the power of forgiveness. So raise your right hand into the corner of your neck and your shoulder and turn your head to your right. Here you have to say with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Again you say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. 16 times. I have already told you, whether you forgive others or not, you are not doing anything, it is a myth. But if you don't forgive others, then you fall into the wrong hands and torture yourself for nothing. So now, please raise your right hand onto your forehead across, press it hard on both the sides, and put down your head as far as possible, resting on your hand, and press it on both the sides. This is the center where you have to forgive. Forgive others. Forgive others. Just say, Mother, I forgive everyone without thinking about them or thinking about what they have done to you. Just say, in general, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, how many times is not the point? From your heart. You must say it properly. Yesterday, so many didn't say, and I have to work very hard on them. So please say it. Please say it from your heart. Once for all, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, take back your hand on the back side of your head, on the optic lobe, and now raise it higher and let it rest on your hand. Here you have to say, for your own satisfaction, not feeling guilty, not counting your mistakes. O divine power, if I have done any mistakes, please forgive me. Say it from your heart. Now, stretch your palm, keeping your left hand towards me. This is the most important center, both the feet apart from each other. Keep yourself straight and put your right hand, the center of your palm, on top of the fontanelle bone area, the soft bone which you had in your childhood, and press it. Now, bend your head as much as you can. Press back your fingers, press back your thumb. So there's a pressure on your scalp, nicely pressurized. Now move it. Move it slowly 7 times. Here again, I'm sorry, I cannot disrespect your freedom and free will. You have to ask for your self-realization. It cannot be forced on you. So 7 times, please say 7 times, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Please say it 7 times. Now, please take down your both the hands and open your eyes slowly, very slowly. Now watch me without thinking. You can do it. Now, put up your right hand like this and bend your head and see for yourself if there's a cool breeze coming out of your head. Bend your head. It is above your head, not on. So, little away from the head. You try to feel If there's a cool breeze coming out of your head, you can take your hand little further. Some people have it quite away from the head. So see for yourself there's a cool breeze coming in. Now, put the left hand towards me and put down your head. Now see for yourself again with the right hand. If there's a cool breeze coming out of your head, some people will get heat coming out, doesn't matter. It will later on be followed by a cool breeze also.
With this experience, we will go silently and we'll meditate with the music for about 5 minutes before we do a short exercise of protecting this energy and nourishing it on daily basis. Then we will cover the special topic of discovering our inner powers. But for the time being, we will hear a music for about 2 to 3 minutes. So, welcome back once again. Now, what we do basically is after every meditation session, before and after, we do a particular process called awakening, I mean, raising the Kundalini energy and protecting ourselves into a kind of a protective, is called Bandhan in Sanskrit or Hindi, is the old Indian language. So this is what basically is called a bandhan. So the bandhan basically refers to a protection of our auras, our inner state, and our inner chakras. Okay. So we will be now learning that. I am going to play a video up to raise a kundalini. Then we will continue with the breathing exercise to strengthen our center heart or sternum bone.
So raising of the Kundalini and put oneself in the bandhan before meditation, and we also do this after the meditation. So raising of the Kundalini. So we bring our left hand to the base of the spine, and we raise our left hand through the center channel right to the top of the head, whilst the right hand will rotate around the left hand like so. And this is raising the Kundalini, bringing it right up, and we tie it at the top of the head in a knot. And again, second time, bringing the Kundalini up, and we tie it into a knot like so. And the third time, we raise the Kundalini up, rotating the right hand and tying it into 3 knots. 3 like so. Then now we put ourselves in called a bandhan. A bandhan is a protection. So we bring the energy over our heads from the left side to the right and back again. That's once. Do that 7 times. This, we'll sit with our hands open, relaxed, and meditate.
So that is the raising of the Kundalini and taking Bandhan. This is for protecting our chakras and our auras, basically. So what we will do now is to do a short exercise to strengthen our sternum bone so that we are strengthened in our immune system. So we'll do one thing. It also balances both the right and left side so that we come in the middle. So we take a deep breath, hold it as long as you can, but don't strain too much, as comfortably as you can. And then release it. You close your eyes, take a breath in, hold it, release it, and then don't breathe in immediately. Give 3-4 seconds, then breathe in again. Again, no strain involved. It should be very simple action. After some time, you'll get used to it and then release it. This will remove all the toxic energy, and also it will balance the emotions and the action so that we come in the middle and start feeling the vibrations. Those who don't feel clear vibratory awareness in the hands, you can also, rub olive oil or butter, now pure butter, in the hands in the night, and then morning you can wash it. Or sometimes if you feel you may be spoiling the bed or your clothes, then maybe you can have some half an hour in the hand in the evening, and then you can wash it before you go to bed, and the next morning you will already feel the change. This is one. Now we would see the topic of the day. The topic of the day is basically to discover your inner powers through Sahaja Yoga meditation. Everything is there. See, invention is different, discovery is different. Discovery is something which is already there. We are only finding it out, we are only coming across to it. In this modern age, it was prophesied by every religion that we will get our rebirth or our, you know, uh, resurrection or rebirth, whatever you call it. So it is nothing but from a normal human state, we become more subtle, we become our spirit. The connection is the Kundalini awakening. This is what Sri Mataji has given us today. And we have been practicing all over the world in more than 100 countries. And don't know, everybody, each one of us here must be practicing more than 20 years or so, many of us. So we also wish that you get deep into it and then enjoy those energy levels. So the benefits are many. One is we become aware of ourselves, and we will be able to understand what's happening with us, what are our energy levels, what is missing. For example, sometimes you may not know the reason of all the weakness that you are going through. Sometimes others have to come and help you. All these things can be easily self maintained and self developed by doing regular meditation for 10 minutes or 15 minutes in the morning, and 10 minutes we do something called food soaking. Food soaking means putting water and then put salt into it, the normal temperature matching outside temperature or your body temperature, and then you put both your feet into it for about 10 minutes, not long, 10 minutes enough. And then you can wash your leg with a clean water or mug which you should have already taken, and then rub your leg and throw this water in WC or toilet and then flush it out, because this water has sucked all the negative energy or negative current in us. And it has actually, this element of water and salt is a mother earth. This element has removed all those hindrances which are affecting our relaxation and the powers, inner powers, from manifesting. So let us go to the topic today. Are you able to see the text clearly? I would just give you a little bit of a short example of how the whole thing is going. So maybe we can, I'll give a commentary along with that. I think I'll put it in a large screen. So impact of stress in professional life is individual level, lack of focus, sleep, and emotional disturbances, lack of peace of mind, and adverse impact on health through diseases like obesity, diabetes, increased smoking habits, and increased alcoholism, etc. Okay. So this is quite natural because one gets bored, after some time, because there is no engagement, there is no involvement. The mind is always excited, and so it always looks for solutions, and it always wants to go out and do something. It can never sit down and enjoy the present, enjoy itself. So that is where Sahaja Yoga can help reduce this stress, particularly that you will become satisfied and you will start recognizing yourself. Yeah. So what it happens, this meditation is a unique solution to many problems that we face. Okay. How does it work? The impact is very clear. The impact is that if you don't, basically, if you don't know, how to handle the situation, only then the problem arises. But if you know basically how you can manage the situation, then you are half done. Fear is more real, more unreal, but it appears sometimes very real than the unreal. So, how to overcome that is to confront the fear by getting into the truth. The truth is that we are all powerful than whatever is happening around us. So, when we raise the Kundalini every day and then open that, these energy centers all get the energy, and it is well equipped to combat any problems that are confronting us, any problems that are approaching us on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. So, how we discover ourselves, there are about 7 energy centers you can see on the, I'll bring back to the chart now. So, on the 7 energy centers, and then chakra chart, yeah, you can see all of them are coded. One is the bottommost one is the amber color, that is innocence. You can also see the representation of that chakra in the palm on the wrist side, number one. And then number two is creativity, and that is coded in the color yellow, and that is also there. And then you see green, which is on the middle finger. And then you got the heart chakra where we were doing some breathing exercise, that is number four. And then you have number five for communication, which is the index finger, or we call it the Zeigefinger of Deutsch. And then we have got the ring finger, which is about number six, which is basically for our energy center, which is representing our eyesight and also our thought process and everything. And this center is basically responsible for the opening of this. It's a gateway to the opening of the freedom that we get by going above and integrating all the qualities with this cosmic, all the chakras with this higher energy center. This is called Agnya chakra. This is the center of forgiveness. This is what Jesus Christ did by opening this awareness, this center, by giving us the power to forgive. The forgiveness is not easy for many people, but actually it is very simple, because when you are at the doorstep of the highest, why should we hold on to something which is not desirable? Unforgiveness is a quality which is not desirable, because we don't want anybody to take revenge on us or attack us. Similarly, other person also desires the same thing. So if we can slightly introspect and put ourselves in other shoes, we can clearly see what we have to do. So this can happen by becoming the spirit. We can also very clearly see what we have to do for ourselves than for others. So that is even more, one more step higher, because we reach that fourth dimension. Not only three dimensions, fourth dimensions we reach by going above this chakra, going above this energy center via Kundalini. Then we have got this, and the energy comes out on top of the fontanel area, number seven. It comes like a lotus. This is called thousand petal lotus. This is so many. If you cut the brain in the transverse section, either horizontally or vertically, you will have so many stems of this brain, protruding out, and they are all like small, small folds. You can call them the fat of the brain is covered like that, like a lotus. So when this energy center is touched by this inner energy, the vibrations, so we call it vibrations. Vibration is nothing but the cool wind or the cool energy. And when they come out, they come through our fifth energy center, which is standing for communication, and goes along the shoulder to the nerves on the hands. And in both the hands, we have the fingers, which are representing each and every energy center. And these fingers will tell us if we are in proper shape or not, because if there is any cool breeze flowing in all the fingers equally, and in the middle of the hand, in the palm of the hand, where is the round, is there green color round, and then there is a mandala in the middle. So all these things have to become cool, not cold, cool. Okay. And when this energy is flowing through this properly in cool fashion, everything is all right. If there is any disturbance or any blockages in one of the energy centers, that particular finger will indicate. For example, if something is not okay with our heart chakra, that is the security or physical heart center, number four is the security. The left side of this sternum bone is heart, physical heart, which represents our, aspect of motherhood in us. And the right side, which is the lung, that represents the fatherhood, yeah, the parental side for fatherhood. That's why if we don't have a good relation with our father, or we are not looking after, our father, or if we are not respecting our father, or if we have quarrel, or if we are missing our father, or if our father left us, in this world, in when we were young and we missed him or we still miss him, then this energy center, which is called to the right side of the sternum bone, number four, will suffer. Because of this, we get asthma and all kinds of heat related diseases. On the right side, if we miss our mother, or if we are doing anything against our spirit, because our spirit or our soul, our spirit resides in the fourth center on the left side, and that suffers. So all this knowledge, which is not available even to the doctors, the doctors cannot explain all these things. They can treat a disease, but they don't know the source of the disease, and that too not always right. But with vibrations, we can not only discover ourselves, but also will apply this energy pattern of recognition of these energy centers on others, particularly within our family. We don't even need to ask what is the status of my husband or my child or my father or my mother. The moment our attention goes on them to them, that energy of them reflects in our fingertips. We can feel it, or in our body, or in our chakras directly in our spinal cord. We can feel it. So this is called as a discovery. Once we know this, then what happens exactly? If, for example, if we are depressed and if we are treating the depression with aggression, we go to the right side, or we go to the aggression, which is the right side. Or if you are depressive and if you are listening more and more to depressive techniques and depressive talks and depressive approach, then we become completely frozen on the left side. So when we discover, when our system, properly indicates, when we start discovering our energy centers properly by proper meditation or everyday regular meditation, this energy center gets more and more sensitive, and we will be able to see clearly what is missing in us, and we can correct that imbalance. Okay. So this is all too many things on one shot to explain. We already are thinking about an advanced session. If any one of you who would be interested to have an advanced session, you can write to our um, you can either leave your message in www.sahajoga.de in the comment column, or you can write feedback, and we'll flash that email ID now. One second, I'll put it now here. You can write to our email, feedback email ID. Then from there, you will receive a message, and from there we can register you for one advanced course which we are planning in one of the weekdays in the middle, so that you can continue your path to ascent. Sometimes for some people it may become a little monotonous and bored after some time. So it would be better if you feel bored, please express. If you are doing the same thing again and again, you want to do something more, then we can also take you to the next level, because we really want to understand what you would like to do, because it is nothing that we have to do. It's not a one-way traffic. So it is a bi-directional interaction. So please be free and let us know. Okay. So we'll leave at this point of time, and we'll play the music a little bit again. And if you would like to continue to meditate for another 15-20 minutes, you're welcome. And then you please write your suggestions and comments. And if you want to be a part of it, please give your feedback on the feedback on sahajogaonline dot at gmail.com. Thank you so much. I have flashed the email ID in the chat line. Thank you so much. And uh, and I wish you a very, very great week ahead, and stress-free week. And you do the breathing exercise, and also you can meditate even by opening our website. You can meditate. There are applications, there are small videos which you can open, and then you can practice it easily. Yeah? Please do share your comments. We would be more than happy to have you on board again for the next session. Thank you so much. Bye.